Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavid Vishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll chant from verses 1 to 10. Venkat is not here. He lost the net. Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, chapter 11, where Arjuna asked the question. If you think I am qualified, show me the Vishwarupa. That is the question. We have seen what all he took as the best. He asked him to say what all the best is. Now Arjuna asked him to show it in one form. That is the difference between, we have seen all this already. That is the difference between Vibhuti Yoga and Vishwarupa Darshana. Where all he saw, what all Krishna said as I am the best, I am the best, I am the best. He wanted to see everything in one. A cosmic vision. What you need to understand is, it is not a physical vision. Please, it is not, you cannot see it with the physical vision. It's not a physical vision where suddenly you will see one big form growing in size and you can see all that. Why it can't be a physical vision? Why it is not a physical vision? Because the eyes cannot see it. Very simple. The human eyes is not designed to see beyond certain things. So Vishwarupa is far, far beyond the human vision. Therefore, it is not a physical, it's not a physical vision. First thing that you have to understand is, it is not a physical, you cannot see it physically. Like Arjuna wasn't seeing it physically. People ask, if it was such a big Vishwarupa, how come others in the battlefield didn't see it? If it is a physical vision, everybody would have seen it. Because it is not a physical vision, except Arjuna, nobody can see that. You have to understand it like this. What you see when you are in a state of mind is unique only to you, not to the person sitting next to you will not see it. If it is a physical vision, everybody will see it irrespective of the state of mind. But again, there are so many things that are so related to the state of mind that it is relational only to that person. To make it very simple, a person is walking on the road. Let us say a human being is walking on the road. Everybody will see that person as a human being. There is no confusion. Nobody will have a doubt about, oh, I didn't see anybody walking there. There is a human being walking, and everybody can see a human being walking. So, human being can be called as a human being can be called as a common noun. But guru or husband is not a common noun. Correct? It is purely in relational to that person. Please understand. So it is purely in relational to everybody will see a human being walking. One person will come and say, my guru is walking. Everybody will say, here is a person walking with a dhoti, kurta, mala. That everybody will say. But one person will come and say, my guru is walking. It means it is purely relational. It is not common. Common in the sense, not everybody can see it. Are you able to follow? So to understand Vishwarupa, you try to understand Vishwarupa from this angle. It becomes clear. It is purely relational only to Arjuna or whoever has that mind of Arjuna. Not a common vision, as in you take a person to a temple. There are 100 people going into a temple. Only 1 or 2 will get inspired. 98 will see. It's not that the other 98 is not seeing. What this 2 is seeing, the other 98 doesn't see. Now, what is the difference? It's purely relational. Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga is a purely relational thing. It is not something that is it is not a common vision. When we say purely relational means, obviously what it means. When we say relational, purely relational, obviously what it means, a state of mind is required for that. A state of mind is required for that. What is that state of mind that is required? What we call as the Sishya Bhava, the initial preparation, all that put together creates a unique state of mind. In that state of mind, Arjuna can see. Others will come and say, is hallucination. It's not please understand, it's not an hallucinatory vision. It's not something like a magical thing. In that state of mind, in that unique state of mind, what you see will be different from what others won't see. Now, sitting in the same room, looking at the same person, if one person sees differently and the rest of the other 4 are not seeing it, what the 4 will talk about the 5th one? He is hallucinating, isn't it? The wife is not hallucinating saying, this is my husband, isn't it? There are 10 people in the room. Only one person can claim as my husband, isn't it? If there are 100 people, only one person will say, my teacher, my guru. So it means it is purely a relational thing. And when we say relational, it is related to the state of mind. That state of mind is that preparation that Arjuna has been going through that enabled him to see the Vishwarupa. Every week we are trying to say something new to make Vishwarupa understanding proper, isn't it? We want to make it you understand it properly. Because all our understanding of Vishwarupa comes from where? Comes from the movies only, isn't it? Our knowledge of Vishwarupa comes only from the movies and Ramanand Sagar, isn't it? He teaches us what is Vishwarupa, isn't it? That is not Vishwarupa, Srikanth. Yeah, you can't blame them because what is purely subjective in his eyes, how to make a layperson see it? So they try these kind of things. So what do you understand? In this classroom, we understand it is not a vision that is universal. It can be seen only by that. That's why we say even the word guru is a relational. Only in relation to the Shishya, that person is a guru. So human being is something common, everybody will see. But nobody is going to come and but all those who are seeing is not going to come and say, my guru. Are you able to follow? Why? Because you have the mind of the Shishya that the other is appearing as the guru. Now, if you don't have the mind of the Shishya, the other will not appear as guru. Or it's not the other person it's not the other person has mesmerized you or showing something unique to you that others is not shown. You have that mind. Similarly, Arjuna is having that mind. What is that mind? The mind of devotion, the mind of a bhakti. He is having that bhakti. So, from that angle, he is asking, if you think I am qualified, if you consider that it can be seen by me, show me your inexhaustible form. Show me the form that is inexhaustible. Inexhaustible means avyayam. Avyayam atmanam. Avyayam atmanam means inexhaustible form, infinite. And always you should remember, in the next verse we will see that infinite and all is not the actual number like that. It is, again, it is a vision. When we go there, we'll see that. Your inexhaustible form, O Krishna, if you consider that I can see it, if you consider that I am qualified to see, this is the indication that rest are not qualified. Therefore, they don't see. It's not like a movie where everybody can go and see. This is something that requires a lot of preparation. What is the preparation? The preparation of the combination till now we have seen. What are the preparation? He is well prepared through karma. He is now preparing himself through bhakti through very nicely, and the very high level of bhakti is Vishwarupa. The very high level of bhakti is Vishwarupa, meaning seeing divine in everything versus everything in divine. In chapter 10, saw everything is divine. So the plurality comes first and then the divine gets onto that. Now in chapter 11, it is reversed. What is the reversal here? Everything in divine. It means there is only one thing. Not everything is divine. There is only one thing now. What is that one thing? The divine. That is Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. If you consider that it can be seen by me, show me your inexhaustible form, O Lord. And also he said, don't give me the general discourse about preparation and all that. Because the general preparation and all takes a lot of time. It's a gradual transformation. Lot of karma yoga, lot of upasana, lot of so many things needs to be done. It's not it's a gradual transformation. You cannot suddenly do that. So don't give me that lecture. Yogeshwara, use your yogic powers and show me something. Use your miraculous powers and temporarily remove the impurity. That's all. It's a temporary, somebody can remove the impurity temporarily, but it will bounce back because it is there in you. Again, I repeat, there are two ways. Ramatirtha talks about it in two ways. One is the lake is full of moss. You can't see your reflection. One way of seeing the reflection is what? A tedious process. What is a tedious process? Remove the moss. Keep removing the moss. As you keep removing the moss, it's a tedious process. Over a period of time, you will be able to see the reflection very clearly, which is the gradual transformation, the permanent. Other thing is, temporarily plunge your hand and forcefully remove the moss, you can see something. You can see something. Even before you can understand what you see, it covers back. Even before you know what it is the moss covers it back. Now what is Arjuna asking here? Gradual process, discourse. I don't want. Or WhatsApp forward, everything has to be conveyed, isn't it? Use your miraculous powers and in one WhatsApp forward, isn't it? People tell me, sir, we should make it, put something where it is really catchy, simple, everybody can understand that. I said, Tattvamasi is there, no? Adha simple yaaralayum sollave mudiyadhu, isn't it? Who can say anything more than that? How can anybody come and say something more simpler, more easier, more adala the attention span is required only 3 seconds for that? Nothing will happen, isn't it? That's why we don't have people. You are very old, sir. You are not modern at all. I said, it doesn't matter. I don't want to be this modern because it doesn't work. It doesn't work like this. You can't put everything in but sir, somehow we have to inspire and bring them. No. First thing, remember, if words can inspire, you have been hearing words for 40 years. Can words inspire? If words can inspire and words can bring a transformation, you are the proof that words doesn't bring. Anshu, Instagram work, social media work, before you do all that, you should have a look in the mirror also once, isn't it? Will it work? It will not work. Because Shankar, Purida, Venkat, Purida. No, sir, we have to do all this and bring and this. Words. If words can inspire, if words can bring a transformation, we all should have been transformed by now because we know so many words. So what brings it? What brings the transformation? First is that person should have a basic search, a basic thirst. They should have a basic thirst search. Once that is there, you need a spark to make it into a conflagration. Now, how to put that spark? What if you do that spark can be put is the question. Are you able to follow? If the spark is there, it can be made into a conflagration. All that you need to do is what? Keep fanning, add little bit things here and there. It will turn into a conflagration. Now, if the spark itself is not there, how to ignite? What to do that it will ignite? This nobody will like the answer. Nobody will like this answer. The only thing that will ignite is called achara. The only thing that can ignite somebody is achara. That's what Swamiji says. You live it and show. There is no other way. What he means by that is the word achara. What we call as achara, anushtana, dharma, all this. That life is the only way by which the spark can be ignited. Not by words, not by pictures. If pictures and for those who have already ignited, pictures and words help them. We are putting the cart before the horse. Again, I repeat, don't put the cart before the horse. For those who already have ignited, the words and the pictures and all helps. Now, how to ignite? This is the method. Arjuna is saying this is a very time-consuming method. Sunday class, they will keep talking. Now, show me something that I can see it. Show me something that I can know it immediately. Show me something that I can understand it immediately. Know it immediately. The cover of impurity can be removed temporarily, can be removed permanently. Temporary removal is what happens in the presence of the in a temple, in the presence of the Mahatma, in the presence of the Guru. What happens in the presence of the Mahatma, Guru, etc.? It's a temporary removal of impurity. Are you able to follow? That's why we say we are so inspired by their presence. We are so motivated by their presence. We are so inspired by their presence. It means their presence is so magical. Their presence is so magical that the sheer presence can temporarily remove that. I still remember when we were doing the course, one of my colleague told me, this. Swamiji and his room is so dangerous, he will say. Why? You go into the room, everything will vanish. No problems will be there. Before you go into the room, in your head, you would have listed out 10 problems. You wanted to tell him and take. As soon as you walk into the room, and he one look he will give to you and say, what? Abdina, nothing. The truth is there is nothing. The truth is there is nothing. And then talk about everything else. You come out, all the 10 comes back. The very presence can temporarily remove. The very presence can temporarily remove. That's what is happening in Vishwarupa. Please understand that. The presence can temporarily inspire you and make you see some grand thing, which Arjuna himself cannot believe that he can see it. How to account for that? He will say it is your anugraha, it is your divine, it's your blessing. It's because of your blessing. Are you able to follow? This is the way to ignite Other thing is what Arjuna is asking here. Other thing that Arjuna is asking here is Yogeshwara, don't make me take the Sunday class path. Use your miraculous powers and show it to me now, immediately. Up to this we have seen. What he is saying is this. Temporarily remove the obstacles of my mind using your power. He is not using the word temporary. We understand it as it will work only temporary. We understand that it will work only temporary. We have seen that. Ekarupa, Anekarupa, and Vishwarupa. We have seen all that already. You should remember that. What is the difference between Anekarupa and Vishwarupa is what we are going to see in 5 and 6. The difference between Anekarupa and Vishwarupa. See, generally what we see in the movies is one Vishnu having hundreds of heads. One Shiva will balloon himself so big. It is Anekarupa, not Vishwarupa. What is Vishwarupa? Imagine the Vishwarupa of Shiva. Imagine the Vishwarupa of Vishnu. Imagine the Vishwarupa of goddess. If all the Vishwarupas of all the gods and goddesses put together in one form, how it will be? That is Vishwarupa. Again, the Anekarupa is what we, again the Anekarupa, we misunderstand it as Vishwarupa. Are you able to understand the difference between the two now? Anekarupa means one Shiva will go. And that Shiva will have so many hundreds of heads, hundreds of hands, etc. Or one Vishnu will go up so big, and that one Vishnu will have hundreds of Vishnu heads. Vishwarupa means, imagine the Anekarupa of Vishnu like that. Imagine Shiva like that. Imagine Vishnu like that. Imagine goddess like that. And put everybody together in one. How it will be? That is avyayam. Inexhaustible it is. That is avyayam. It means it is incomprehensible. If he is saying, I want to see that which I cannot see. That's the natural curiosity. It's a very basic childish curiosity. Wanting to see that which you cannot, see. Meaning, limitations cannot be accepted. That's all it means. The limitations are not acceptable. This is Vishwarupa. Avyayam Rupam. If you think I am qualified, show it. Verse number 5 padinga.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Pashya me partha rupani Shatashota sahasrashaha Nana vidani divyani Nana varna kriti nicha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Pashya me partha rupani Shatashota sahasrashaha Nana vidhani divyani Nana varna kriti nicha.
Behold, O Partha, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Blessed Lord said, behold, O Partha, in hundreds and thousands, my divine forms of different kinds and of various colors and shapes. The Blessed Lord said, behold, O Partha, in hundreds and thousands, my divine forms of different kinds and of various colors and shapes. Pashya me partha rupani. Pashya. Pashya means look, behold. Please understand, the form didn't come as yet. The form is going to come 5-6 verses later only. The form didn't start. He's only preparing. He's only preparing him to, he is preparing him for the vision, isn't it? The eyes will take few seconds to get adjusted. No, that's what is happening. Yeah, the eyes will get a few seconds to get. Suddenly, you are in bright light and all the lights gone. For a few seconds, you will be in pitch dark, and then you will start seeing things gradually. Supposing you are in pitch dark and the bright light comes, again, it will take a few seconds for you to see. So understand it like that. So he says, behold, Pashya. Pashya doesn't mean see it. Pashya means you are going to see. You are going to see. You asked me, no, Arjuna, show, you're asking, no. Now, what you are going to see, you are qualified and now you are going to see. Because he asked, if you think I am qualified, show me. Now he's saying, you are qualified. Pashya. Please look. Behold, O Partha. Satashaha, Sahasrashaha. 100 and 1,000. Hundreds and thousands means countless. It is beyond your knowledge of numerals. Please understand that. Hundreds, and this is the typical language of the Shastras. We all have the capacity of numerals. What he is saying is hundreds and thousands means beyond your knowledge of numerals it is. That's why they will not use the word anantam, infinite also. They will use the word hundreds and thousands, not to be taken literally. What it means is countless. These are all the ways in which it has to be interpreted and read. Then only the poetry will be so beautiful. If you take the numbers hundreds and thousands, it's not hundreds and thousands. How do you call it as countless? That's why we always give this example. Imagine a shepherd who knows only to count up to 50. He knows his numbers is only up to 50. Take him to the African safari and show him the zebras, the bisons. The zebras, the bisons and all that crossing. Take him to the migration and ask him to say how many is there. What will he say? What will he say? 50s and 50s and 50s. It has got nothing to do with the 50s. He will only say it is 50s and 50s and 50s and 50s and 50s. Why? Because he knows only that much. So what is meant here is hundreds and thousands should not be taken as literal hundreds and thousands. What it means is it is so numerous that it is countless. That's all. It is countless. They are numerous, not only in terms of quantity, in terms of variety also. And I went to that garden, sir, the roses, and so many varieties of roses that I got lost. Isn't it? Not only in quantity, countless in quantity, countless in variety. Nana vidani. Nana vidani. Divyani. Divyani means it's divine also. It is not only in terms of quantity, in terms of variety, and in terms of divine. Not only, it's not just so many objects that he's seeing. What is it? It is divine. Akritini. Akritini means it's not one family of roses alone. Roses, lilies, lotuses, what all, no, it is infinite variety of, countless variety of roses, countless variety, each and every species you take it as countless, and in that different, like, understand it like cat family, isn't it? They say cat family, no? Cat is also a cat, lion is also, cat is also a cat, lion is also A cat. Now between lion and the cat there are akirtini. You are able to follow? All are cat, but between the actual cat and the lion, there is so many cats. You know what are the so many cats? There is one cat, there is one lion, there is one tiger, there is one cheetah, there is one leopard, and then finally, and you see that lion and this cat. How do you even put all together as? How do you even put them together as one family? Even on this planet itself, there are so many, Arjuna, it is countless. Even in this, even in one thing, it is so countless, and you are asking for Vishwarupa, so be prepared. So get ready to what you are going to, get ready to what you are going to, get ready to what you are going to see. And Arjuna is not ready. Arjuna is not ready because his knowledge of that comes from where? His knowledge of Vishwarupa, he is from Ramanand Sagar. So he is thinking he is going to get Vishwarupa like that. But what is Krishna saying? How does he start? Pashyame partha rupani satashaha sahasrashaha nana vidani. Nana vidani means different rupa, sparsha, rasa, gandha. You know what they call as the riot of colors, isn't it? Riot of colors. That's why poetry is very important. You should have read a lot of poetry to understand what he is saying. In the Rudram, Shiva has a praise. The praise of Shiva is green colored hair. Shiva in the Rudram. At least you know there is a Vedic prayer called Rudram. No, somebody will know. Isn't it? Sir, Rudrama abdina, forget it. Isn't it? Doesn't matter. If you don't Rudramna, what is it? Now you know only that movie Rudrana, forget it. Yeah. There is this Vedic mantra, Rudram. In that, Shiva is described. The various colors of the various hues and colors of Shiva is described. Now, one color is this. His hair is full of green color hair. Now, how can anybody have a green color hair? So much of that vilvam is on his head that it is appearing so green. Follow? So much, it's sheer poetry. It's not, it's sheer devotion. It's sheer poetry. So much of the green leaves. You should not say green leaves, isn't it? You should say that leaves that he's used to do for Shiva, it is there on his head so much that covered the hair so completely that it looks like he's having hundreds and thousands, different colors, different forms. All these are divine because it is him. Everything is divine because it is him, isn't it? Even literally, if you see the sun has different colors, Have you noticed it? The sun has different colors. The moon has different colors. Each and everything is so divine, beautiful, inspiring. If something is so beautiful, inspiring, immediately we call it as divine Devata. That's why here everything is equated to a God here. Why we made everything into God here? Because everything is so beautiful, everything is so divine, everything is so inspiring that you can remember the God. Therefore, he says, Harikeshaya, they say. One of the name of Shiva in Rudram is Harikesha. Harikesha na green hair. Long back, the teacher, the Acharya said, what is green hair? Why is Shiva called as a green hair? He's sitting under the tree. He's sitting under that Vilva tree all the time. That the leaves are showering on him all the time. That he's so beautiful. We have seen it very clearly. It is the mind that makes you to enjoy all this. That's why in the introduction of this today's session, we said it is the mind that makes all this. It is the mind that you bring in makes all this meaningful. If you don't bring in the mind, all this will look very, all this will look very, very flat. So what is the thing that he is saying now? Satashaha, Sahasrashaha, Nana Vidani, Divyani, Akritini. Different configurations, different physics, different physics, different configurations, different beings, in the same being, different configuration, isn't it? In our eyes, all Chinese will look the same. In the eyes of the Chinese, all of us will look the same. How are we the same? We are all distinct and we are not the same, but it is like that. It is wonderful. It is wonderful. Take some time out of your preoccupations and see the Vishwarupa now. That's what is implication. Take some time out of your preoccupations. What is your preoccupation? Your professions, your possessions. Other than that, there is no preoccupation, isn't it? Other than these, there is no preoccupation. If you leave these two aside and come out and see the world, you can see the Vishwarupa. Arjuna is able to do that. He is able to do that. Therefore, he is seeing. Now, what is this Divyani, Akirtini, etc., etc., etc.? He doesn't want you to do guesswork. So, what is it that he is meaning in verse number 6? He is repeating. He is elaborating. What is all that? What is that he is elaborating in verse number 5? What he said in adjectives in verse number 5, he is giving out the list in verse number 6. 6 padinga.
Pashyadityan vasun rudran ashvinau marutas-tatha bahunyadrashta-purvani pasyascharyaani bharata. Pashyadityan vasun rudran ashvinau marutas-tatha bahunyadrashta-purvani pasyascharyaani bharata.
Behold, Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, 2 Ashwins, also Maruts. Behold, O Bharata, many wonders never seen before. Behold, Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwins, Marut. Behold, O Bharata, many wonders never seen before. Carefully follow. Verses 5 to 7, Krishna describing Vishwarupa. Verses 9 to 15, Sanjaya described Vishwarupam. Verses 15 to 46, Arjuna describing Vishwarupam. ஒரே விஸ்வரூபம் தான். Three people are talking about it. இதெல்லாம் you should read all this. All this bookல இவ்வளோலாம் எழுதவே முடியாது, isn't it? So when you have the luxury of book, book means you are bound by the number of pages, the things, so many things and all restrictions come. So many things cannot come. Again, we are not time bound to finish 5 days kulla mudikinu sir. Chapter 11 na, where can you go into all these details? You can only read and you can only keep moving. Inga we have that luxury. Since we have the luxury here, we go. So what is it that we see here? Qualification for Vishwarupa is not arrival of Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa is already there in the creation is Vishwarupa. First thing. That is Krishna's thing of Vishwarupa. Are you able to understand? I said, same Vishwarupa, 3 people are saying. Krishna is talking about Vishwarupam, and then Sanjaya is going to talk, and then Arjuna is going to describe. Arjuna's description of Vishwarupam romba persa, isn't it? I used to wonder Krishna's இவ்வளவு இருந்தா நல்லா இருந்திருக்கும், isn't it? இன்னைக்குமே வளர்றதுதான் நிறைய இருக்கும், isn't it? The fellow who's, I don't know how to say that. That fellow from verse 2. So first thing is what? Vishwarupam is not a special thing that's going to come. It's not some special form that is going to come. Vishwarupam is there already. How Vishwarupam is there already in front of you? In the infinite creation. Sahasrashaha. Already has said it in previous verse. Are you able to connect now? So the Vishwarupam is there in creation. From this, we derive Swamiji's explanation of as you evolve spiritually, what all happens, he says, no? As you evolve spiritually, looking at a banana, you can go into raptures. A Mount Everest, a Niagara Falls, to remember the divine. You further evolve a sunrise, sunset. You further evolve a banana. You further evolve a daffodil. Daffodil is like an ordinary, it's like, daffodil is not an orchid, no. Exotic flower lang kadaidu. Daffodil is Namurla. It just comes on the roadside. It just comes on. So a person can, it means Vishwarupam can be seen depending on your, Vishwarupam is nothing but the vision that you develop based on your spiritual growth. It's not a form that you are going to see. This is Krishna's way of understanding Vishwarupam. Sanjaya way of Vishwarupam, we will see when we go to Sanjaya. Arjuna way of Vishwarupam, we will see when we go to Arjuna. Ipo, we are looking at Krishna's vision of Vishwarupam. What is Krishna's vision of Vishwarupam? You open the eyes, creation is there, and that very creation itself is Vishwarupam. Nana vidani divyani. All that he has said. All that is needed is what? Preparation. The mind has to be prepared. That's all. The prepared mind will see the Vishwarupam that is already there. That is Krishna. But this Vishwarupam we don't want, isn't it? We are not looking for this Vishwarupam. We are looking for a Vishwarupam of something else. Our Vishwarupam will start only from verse 15 onwards. Even Sanjaya's vision of Vishwarupam is also very devotional. Krishna is extraordinary. That is the real Vishwarupam. Sanjaya is very devotional. Arjuna will be excited by Arjuna's vision of Vishwa. Actually speaking, you will get really excited then only. என்னைக்கு 15th வருஷத்துக்கு வருவோமோ தெரியாது வெங்கட். I don't know when I will come to 15th. But அங்கெல்லாம் போனா சீக்கிரம் போயிடலாம். அதெல்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன்லாம் ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. You can just keep reading through those. Krishna, when Krishna is saying something so beautiful it is. What is his vision of Vishwarupam? Krishna is seeing how to see. Krishna is teaching us how to see Vishwarupam every day. You open your eyes, there is Vishwarupam right in front. Nana vidani divyani angani. All that he has said. A divine vision versus a belief that you can see so many things. Arjuna will see so many things. He will not see Nana Vidani Divyani. He will not see Harikeshe Bhyo Namo Namaha. All that he will not see. We are trying to see all that. What all Arjuna is going to see? Arjuna will only see who will die in the Mahabharata war. He will see. That also in Arjuna's vision of Vishwarupam, what will Arjuna see in his Vishwarupam? Who are all is going to die. And who all he wants to die, he sees them only. Who all he wants to die? Drona, Bhishma, Karna, he wants. So he sees them. You are able to follow? At least we will be able to appreciate the difference. Yes, sir. Difference onnume purilena kuda forget it. Doesn't matter, isn't it? The difference எல்லாம் appreciation எல்லாம் first புரிஞ்சாதான் appreciation இருக்கு. Aditya, Vasu, Rudra, Ashwinav, Marutaha, you are going to see. And how are you going to see? Ascharya. Ascharya means, oh my God, is this divine? Ascharya means, what is wonderment? Oh my God, how it is so much there with me all the time that I have been missing it is the wonderment. Wonderment is not seeing something outside and going, that's Arjuna's Vishwarupa. That is Arjuna's Vishwarupa. Krishna's Vishwarupa is, it is there with you all the time. And how you didn't see it, how you have been missing it all the time. Therefore, what is it? Now look at the names that he is giving. Look at the names. Adityas. Aditya, we know Aditya, 12 Adityas. 12 Adityas is the 12 months. Or masamum. That's why when we do the prayers, Ravi Sankramana, they say. Ravi Sankramana Shraddham. Ravi Sankramana, we do that. Actually, every month you are supposed to do, at the birth of the month, you are supposed to do a prayer. And that prayer is remembrance of the Adityas. That's why they say Ravi Sankramana. Ravi Sankramana means 12 Adityas means 12 months. It means a different shade of Aditya. A different shade. The 12 month is available for us to see. The Aditya is seen only by the one who is prepared. Are you able to understand the difference? The 12 months everybody can see. But who can see the Devata in the sun? Sun everybody can see. Sun S-U-N. Vijay Rangan. S-U-N can be seen by everybody. But who can see the Surya Devata in that? A person with a special eye only can see. What is that special eye? The special eye that comes through the grace, the preparation, the upasana, the karma, all that. Are you able to understand the difference now? The 12 months can be seen by everybody, but Devata can be seen only by the one who is prepared. So, what is he seeing now? 12 Adityas. And then 8 Vasavaha. Ashtadigbala, they are called. 8 Vasavaha is the 8, the celestial Devatas presiding over 8 directions. 11 Rudras. 11 Rudras. The 11 things that makes you cry during death. That's 11 Rudras. Rodayati iti Rudra. Rodayati iti Rudra. The 11 things that makes you cry at death is Rudra. What are the 11 things that makes you to cry? Brihadaranyaka talks about all this. Because Vasu, Rudra, that's a conversation. What is Vasu? What is Rudra? What is Aditya? All this discussion. Now we are not studying Brihadaranyaka. If you go into that, in the Vasu Rudra edukaradhukku 4 class ஆயிடும். So we'll just give you the numbers and we move, and I'll give you the reference. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Chapter 3, section 9, it comes. All this description of Vasu, Rudra, Aditya, etc., all that comes there. What is that thing that makes you cry during death? The karmendriyas, the jnanendriyas, the mind. Because all this doesn't want to leave, but it has to. It doesn't want to leave, but it leaves. And when it leaves, how does it leave? Ayyo, poro man, it will, isn't it? Isn't it? Poro man, it will. Yeah, poro man, sandoshama povad, isn't it? So, so Rudras are 11. Ashwinau, the 2. Marutaha, the 49 gods, the 49 wind gods. 49 wind gods. 49 na 7 groups of 7 gods. They have that list and all that. The Upanishads, the Vedas gives all this, each and every, that 49 has an individual name also. And we are not getting into those study. இன்னைக்காவது ஒரு நாளைக்கு பிருகாதாரண்யக்கா படிச்சோம்னா we will see all that. And I don't think we will never do that in this lifetime, I think. இதுவே முடிமாட்டேன்றது எங்க அங்க போகுது. So 49 wind gods is the 7 into 7, 49. Arjuna, the 49 types of wind you can see, the 8 directions you can see, the death you can see, the sun, everything you can see, but the Devata in it you cannot see. Seeing the Devata in everything is Vishwarupa. That's how Krishna makes Vishwarupa possible for every one of us. And the Arjuna's Vishwarupa, don't get excited by that. Yeah, because what difference does it make to you and me whether Bhishma dies, Karna dies, Drona dies? It makes meaning only to the death of Bhishma, Karna, Drona is only to Arjuna kada adi meaningful. To us, it's not, it doesn't make any sense. But in reality, what makes sense to us, that is Krishna's description of Vishwarupam. What is Krishna's description of Vishwarupam? You see everything, but are you able to see the Devata in that which you see? Are you able to see the presiding deity in that? If you are able to see the presiding deity, you are seeing Vishwarupam. If you are not able to see the presiding deity, you are not seeing Vishwarupam. And everything has a presiding deity. That's why here we say 33 lakh crore gods. Countless nartham again. 33 lakh crores, you don't try to put the number of zeros and understand. It means it is countless. It means wherever you see, there is a Devata in it. Are you seeing that Devata are you seeing the Devata in everything? Why it is divine? We have seen all this already. Why do we call something as divine? Anything that is, each and everything that is blessing us, helping us is divine. All that is blessing us and helping us is called divine. The wind is blessing us and helping us. The rain is helping us. Everything is blessing us and helping us. Sometimes it blesses by keeping you alive. Sometimes it blesses by taking your life out. But nevertheless, both are blessings. Other Devata vision. That is Vishwarupa. Seeing the birth and the death. Are you able to understand now what is Krishna's vision of Vishwarupa? In this vision of Vishwarupa, you have nothing to complain about life. This vision of Vishwarupa, what it will do to you? There is nothing to worry. There is nothing to complain. There is nothing to suffer. There is nothing to complain at all in life after. No, sir, but we need so many things to complain. If you don't complain, how can I survive? Isn't it? Because I survive only by my survival is entirely dependent on complaining only. If you take away all the factors of complaint, then what will I do? What Krishna does, he comes and takes all the factors with which you can complain. Isn't it? Since we see everything as human-centric, we call it as a disaster, isn't it? Earthquake is a disaster. Human-centric it is. Everything we see human-centric. So all our vocabulary also will be human-centric. Vishwarupam is what? Now, take the human-centric mindset out and see everything. Take the human-centric vision of that is Vishwarupam. Requires a lot of training. And we are trying to somehow brainwash people to see it, isn't it? I don't know. இதுக்கு மேல எப்படி தான் explain பண்றதோ தெரியல. I don't know. Are you able to follow? You take the human-centric vision out. The moment you take the human-centric vision out, there is no disaster. There is something that is at play. There is something that is at play. There is something that is divine that is happening. We really don't understand that. That is Krishna's vision of Vishwarupa. If you take human-centric, everything we take it as human-centric. Krishna's vision of Vishwarupam is you will be seeing Vishwarupam now only. If you take the human-centric vision out. That's why it is called Vasu, Aditya, Rudra, Ashwinav, Marutaha. All that means what? Everything that is happening, there is the Devata in it. 49 winds. Cyclone, typhoon, adagalam kuda or Devata. So how can that be a Devata? Because in our vision, Devata means what? Human beings are mattum kaapathano. Let the whole lot go to. Let the whole lot go away. Who cares about the lot? As long as human beings are taken care. That's keeping yourself as the center. I keep saying in the classes, no, you keep yourself as the center, you keep yourself as center. Everything is human-centric vision. Are you able to follow? Amongst the human beings amongst all the species, human beings. Amongst the human beings where it will boil down to ultimately me. Isn't it? It's me. It is. Get out of that notion, you will see Vishwarupa now. Arjuna, special vision, magic mari bussallam varvana, isn't it? All that need not be done. All that you do is what? Take the vision out of you and you will see the Vishwarupa that is already there. That's why we say the Srishti itself is Vishwarupa. Shankara in his Bhashya says the very Srishti is Vishwarupa. There is no need for a special Vishwarupa to come. There's no need. The very Srishti creation itself is Vishwarupa. All that you need to do is what? In order to see that Vishwarupa, take the center out. Therefore, Aditya, Vishnu, Rudra, Ashwinav, all that you understand. And how it will be? It will be Drishtapurvam Ascharya. This word Bahuni Adrishta. And this word Adrishta, remember. You understand this word Drishta means that which has been seen, known already. Seen means known, nartho. Drishta means that which is seen, that which is known. Adrishta means that which is not seen, means that which is unknown. What is unknown? The sun is known, the sun god, the sun is known, the sun god is unknown. What you will see now the sun as? Instead of seeing the sun, you will see sun god. Instead of seeing the water, you will see water god. Instead of seeing the tree, you will see tree god. Everything becomes God, 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 God. Then it is Vishwarupa. That is Vishwarupa. If everything is God, 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 you then finally they'll say, look into you. Carefully follow. If everything is God, 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 look into you. Who are you? You are the same. If everything is God, how can you be different from that? That is Advaita. If everything, if there is the tree God, if there is the wind God, if there is the sun God, where did your ego come from? There is no ego at all. Even you look into you, what you will see, what you should see? God. To see God into yourself, you should be able to see Vishwarupa. When you see the Vishwarupam, you will be able to see God in you. If you can't see Vishwarupam, you can never see God in you. That's why this Vedanta straight away going and seeing Tattvamasi and all is not possible. You see God everywhere and then you look at you, you understand what? Aham Brahmasmi. Beautiful. This Vishwarupa darshan. So Aditya, Vasavaha, Rudraha, all this, understand it? Understand it like this. Verse number 7 padingo.
Ihaikastam jagat kritsnam pashyadya sacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha yacchanyaddrashtumichasi. Ihaikastam jagat kritsnam pashyadya sacharacharam mama dehe gudakesha yacchanyaddrashtumichasi.
Now behold here in my body, O Gudakesha, the whole world with the moving and the unmoving centered in one, and whatever else you desire to see. Now behold here in my body, O Gudakesha, the whole world with the moving and the unmoving centered in one, and whatever else you desire to see. Ihaikastam Jagat Krishnam Mamadehe Gudakesha. Srikant, அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு? குடாக்கா இருக்காத குடாகேஷாவா இருன்றார். Yeah. Don't be the Gudaka, be the Gudakesha. You all know pure Tamil, no? So Gudaka வார்த்தையில உங்களுக்குலாம் உங்க டிக்ஷனரியில் இருக்கவே இருக்கு, isn't it? In our Chennai vocabulary, we have Gudaka a lot. Chennai Tamil has its own. Yeah. Gudaka na tungu munji nartham. Gudakesha means one who has conquered the sleep. The sleeping fellow doesn't see anything. Sleeping, don't take it literal sleep. The sleepy fellow don't see anything. You go and stand right in front, the sleeping fellow will not see. So Gudaka means there is the divine everywhere. Because you are sleeping, you are not seeing the divine. Understand it like that. Sleeping, not the literal lying down and sleep. You go and stand in front of a person in deep sleep, that person won't. It means that which is there in front, the person cannot see. So, Gudakesha means one who has conquered the sleep. One who has conquered the sleep means one who can see things in front. கண்ணுக்கு நேரம் இருக்கிறது தெரிஞ்சா is a Gudakesha. கண்ணுக்கு நேரம் இருக்கிறது தெரியலன்னா Gudaka. கண்ணுக்கு நேரம் what is there? What is there? Creation. The Srishti, the creation, the divine. Yeah. Sun-nu பார்த்தா Gudaka. Sun God-nu பார்த்தா Gudakesha. அவ்வளவுதான். Prasad, புரியுதா? If you see sun, you are a Gudaka. No, he's a Telugu man, no, he'll understand Gudaka. Yeah. If you see sun, S-U-N, you are a Gudaka. If you see sun god Ram Subramaniam, you are a Gudakesha. Hey, Gudakesha, see it. தூங்கினே இருக்கிற அதனால தான் இந்த கேள்விலாம் you are asking. If you wake up, you will not. If you wake up, what will you see? Look at that. In this body means I am the Adara. In this body, not the physical body of Krishna, not the I don't know how tall, how heavy, I don't know the physical features of Krishna, 6 feet, 5 feet, I don't know all that. In this body means the Adara. I am the Adara for the Chara and Achara, the moving and the unmoving. See, what you see, the moving and the unmoving, in the moving and the unmoving, you will see what? There is Ihaikastam. That one thing. That one thing is Eka Adara, that one thing is Sarva Adara. It is the one. So when he says, look at it in my body. And these words has to be rightly understood. Look at it in my body. Now don't try to look at in Krishna's body. What he means is, my body means I am that one Eka Adara, that one Sarva Adara, Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrisham, they say, no? Yeah, Vishwa Adhara means the one base. The Upanishad. The moving wheel is supported by the unmoving axle. Gudakesha means seeing both. He can see the moving wheel, and not only he can see the moving wheel, he can also understand the moving wheel supported by the unmoving axle. Yachanyat drashtumichasi. What all you desire, that also you see. What is Arjuna's desire? That also you see, he said. He's leading Arjuna to see. What is Arjuna's desire? Chapter 2, verse number 6. Krishna is, Arjuna is curious, not knowing who's going to win the war. Nachaitad vitmak katharanno ghariyaha yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu yaneva hatva najijivishamaha devastita pramukhe dhartarashtraha. Chapter 2, verse 6. What all you wish to see, you see. What is Arjuna's wish? Yaar jayika porangan terliye, he's saying. Who's going to win the war? I'm not able to see. And now you see that also. What you wish to see, you see. What is Arjuna's wishing to see? Who's going to win the war? Jaya. Who's going to win the war? You will see. Where? Mama dehe. In my body. What you see? Sacharacharam. Sacharacharam, the meaning the moving and the unmoving. What is this creation? Moving and unmoving. Srishti means something is moving, something is unmoving. The animals move. The birds move place to place. The plants move in a place. Rocks don't move at all, stationary. Please understand, in a relative, all this has to be understood in a relative sense. Don't say, no, sir, science says it also moves. No. Romba science பேசினா கூட you have to accept Vishwarupa only. Because you really don't know whether it is motion, energy, static, non-static, ஒன்னும் தெரியல. Isn't it? What is looking like static is not static from another angle. So the science எல்லாம் கொண்டு வரவே கூடாதுங்க. Simply listen to, because it's far superior to that. So what is he saying here? Right now you will see. Jagat Krishnam Samastam. Jagat Krishnam Samastam means in totality you are going to see Krishnam, not Krishna. Jagat Krishnam. படிக்கும்போது கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ணன் படிச்சேன்னா you will think Krishna. No, Jagat Krishna. In this you will see it in my body. You will see Mama Dehe da Krishnam Mama Dehe. In my body you will see what you will see, all that is created, totality, and you will see it in totality. What you will see? How I am that one Kutastha upon which this everything is revolving. It means in one you can see everything. Arjuna enna kekran? How to see everything in that? For which he said, you open your eyes, Srishti is Vishwarupa. What more Vishwarupa you need? Arjuna is not satisfied with all this. Arjuna doesn't get satisfied with all this. Therefore, next week, Krishna will say, I will give you a vision. In that vision, you will see. So, Krishna's description of Vishwarupa, 5, 6 and 7. Remember that. 5, 6, 7 is Krishna's description of Vishwarupa. Verses 9 to 15 is Sanjaya's description. Again in 15, Arjuna will join. So Sanjaya and Arjuna's description from 9 to 46. 5 to 7 is Krishna. Now what we read today, what we studied today, the Krishna's vision of Vishwarupam. Looking at Vishwarupam from the eyes of Krishna. In Krishna's vision of Vishwarupam, there is no need for the Vishwarupam form to arrive, because it is there already. It is there already. All that you have to do is what? Become a Gudakesha. To see the Vishwarupa, become Gudakesha. Gudakesha means wakeful student. A student who is awake. Gudakesha means a wakeful student. A student that is awake. A student that is awake. A wakeful student is a Gudakesha. Everything you will see. With this, we conclude for today. We'll continue with the thing next week. Ram Subramaniam. Yes.
Sir, one question, sir. So, we started off with saying Arjuna is qualified because he has done the Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, right? And then we are also saying that he is seeing the Vishwarupam at the level of his mind, due to which the other people in the battlefield are not seeing what he is seeing. So, question here, sir, is does the intellect not have a role to play? Because he has already been taken through 10 chapters. And through Ekarupa and Anekarupa in chapter 10, now we are coming to Vishwarupa in chapter 11. So, is intellect not playing a role here? And is Jnana Yoga not playing a role here?
The very intellect is playing the role. Because of that only he is seeing Vishwarupa. The question of Ram Subramanian is, what is the role of intellect? Devotion you are saying. What is the role of intellect? Jnana Yoga in Vishwarupa. Correct?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes.
For which the answer is right through it is knowledge. There is the knowledge of Karma Yoga, there is the knowledge of Bhakti Yoga, and then there is the knowledge of you. When we say the knowledge of you is what we truly call it as Jnana Yoga. Understand, there are two types of knowledges. One type of knowledge is about everything else, what all you should do to prepare, etc. That is one type of knowledge. Another type of knowledge is telling who you are. So when we say Jnana Yoga, what we mean by Jnana Yoga is Tattvamasi. That is going to come only from chapter 13 onwards. That is going to come only from the Tattvamasi is going to come only in chapter, he will introduce little bit in chapter 13 and then he will slightly elaborate it in chapter 15. Okay. So that comes only there. But here it is Bhakti.
Okay.
Bhakti or karma doesn't mean no intellect. The functioning of the beginning of, your intellect is functioning only when you have started to do karma bhakti. Karma bhakti panna aramchada, the indication that your intellect has started to function. Ultimate is beyond the intellect is Tattvamasi. Intellect is for karma and bhakti, etc. Beyond intellect is Tattvamasi. Are you able to follow the difference?
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sharia?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. With this, we conclude for today and we continue next week.